I just met Dan from Minnesota, rented a bike out of Long Beach, BMW, 1250, yeah? Basically, we're headed to Mexico. We're going to Baja. We're in Mexicali, basically, on the U.S. side. We got 10 days to do a Cabo run. It's probably not the ideal situation for a lot of people, but he likes to ride this way, I like to ride this way, and he's got 10 days, so we're gonna make the best of it. We're gonna hit all the good stuff on the way down, good stuff on the way back up. We were gonna meet Tecate, but with the rain and stuff in California, we decided to run it backwards. We're gonna enter in Mexicali and wait for this weather to get past, and then we'll make our way up to Ensenada. He's on a BMW. MotoQuest, that's where you rented. He's rented a bike out of Long Beach. MotoQuest. Should be fun. Let the adventure begin.
Cannot wait.
I normally cross at Mexicali because it's straight south of Las Vegas. I think crossing into Mexico is fairly easy no matter which one you go to. It's fairly easy getting in. Mexicali does have some traffic before it, so you have to lane split and sometimes, but we didn't run into any traffic. Well, we're in. I don't know if we got stopped or what. There he is. We're in. We're making a left right here. There's the chickadees, the working girls. See, I could do the sidewalk, and he wants to do it. I'm about to. Wow. Ah, damn! So there's the exchange rate. It's basically just under, it's $19, right? When I was here before, it was like 20. But basically, like 100 pesos is $5. 500 pesos, 25 bucks. Maybe it's a little less now. And if you notice, the lights are green and people are still going, and right? And they flash before they're about to turn yellow. So the yellow's not as long. So from Mexicali, we headed to San Felipe. San Felipe is about 90 miles south of Mexicali. So it's a pretty easy run, a little scenic, not too bad. Some mountains, palm trees. Hola. Go ahead. Thanks, amigos. Look at that. I don't even have to talk to him. But it's a pretty easy ride, and we made our way into San Felipe. And the first order of business, street tacos. So we took care of that right away. Got us a room, got some street tacos. Day 2 of Baja. We stayed at this green hotel here. I probably won't stay here no more. I think we paid like $70 and there wasn't any hot water. We slept all right though, and we're headed out of San Felipe. We're gonna go in town, get gas and stuff, and take a run through the strip so we can see it in the daylight. And then we're making our way to Guerrero Negro for the whales. Ballena. Yesterday was all right. We got through the border pretty easy. There wasn't much traffic. Hardly at all, really. I don't know what time we went through there, 2:30, something like that.
Yeah.
Mid-afternoon, and it was all right. There wasn't much traffic. Got right through. Neither one of us had any trouble, and we stopped for tacos there in Mexicali, but the place was closed. It was too early, I think. Usually when I run through, I'm in the evening. All right, we're continuing onward. Had a good time so far. And Dan is with me. He's from Minnesota. He's pretty chill, so between the both of us, we're cruising.
I said we found some good tacos last night here.
Yeah, they were pretty good street tacos for sure. And met some Americans already.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Well, we're rolling. Taking my shot. A lot of Americans ride motorcycles, a lot of Mexicans ride motorcycles from the mainland. This guy was on a DR 400. You know, you have a lot in common, so it's easy to talk. We decided to go into Alfonsina's at Gonzaga Bay and have lunch. Gonzaga Bay is beautiful. You know, just the beach there, it's pretty nice. I don't like to stay at Alfonsina's because it's kind of a rip-off. They want $100 and it's not that spectacular hotel. There's no electric. It's better to stop there, have a bite to eat, and move on. Check out the beach and move on. Just south of Gonzaga Bay is Cocos Corner. Well, as you know, Coco passed away in August of 2022, and Nigel, who was in my other videos, he's running Cocos Corner now. He's selling drinks out of there. Nigel's a pretty nice guy. Solo vino.
Sí, solo vino.
You staying here, huh? But he's showing where Coco passed. Behind the building, he was out of his wheelchair and crawling across the ground. I guess he had a heart attack, I don't know.
Sí, the no more Coco, I here.
It's you now. I'll bring people to see you. You selling drinks?
Yeah, vamos para adentro.
Yeah. And then Nigel's got everything set up real nice. Like, he's got a lot of pictures of Coco from, you know, from the past and long time ago. And Teresa. Nigel, this is Dan. Dan is Nigel.
Nacho.
So we stopped in, signed the book, bought a couple drinks, put some tip in the tip jar. I know it's not Coco, but I think people should go down and see Nigel. And it's kind of a little memorial to Coco, which is kind of cool.
He seemed to be happy. So.
And as you can see, he passed away August 30th, 2022. So we had continued to head south. And when you start crossing the peninsula, you get into rain. And we ran into some Austrians who are on a 2-year motorcycle trip. They basically been out for 10 months and they're headed to Patagonia. They ran across Canada and the States. They're making their way down. They had a flat tire, so we stopped to help them make sure they're all right. I don't think it was anything they couldn't handle. It's just, you know, a little bit of help goes a long way. And we ended up making it to Guerrero Negro. We stayed at this hotel. It was alright. These gentlemen recognized me from YouTube. They're like, hey, you're the YouTuber, right? But we decided to do the whale tour. We booked it out of the hotel we were in. Cut them off. Mama's got to be close to that, right? There she is. There she goes. There she goes. I want her to come right here. Come to Papa. She's gonna let me touch her. I can't reach her. Also in this underwater shot, you can see this baby's so new that she's pushing the baby to the top to teach it to breathe. Right? Pretty spectacular. Fresh little Mexican gray whale babies. Pretty phenomenal. She came over real close. I wasn't able to touch her. Dan was able to, but she came real close to me. And Dan got to touch her right there. Pretty cool. Pretty nice shot. Pretty cool experience. They say the best months for the whales are probably, they're there from January to April, into April. But the best months are like February, end of February, and beginning of March. But just a tiny, tiny baby. But overall, it was a pretty good experience. Not the same place that I went to last year, but we had a pretty good experience. And we just started making our way south to San Ignacio. And the old missions in San Ignacio are pretty cool, you know, 16th century shit. I'm not a spiritual person. I don't particularly care to go in these things, but I just think the old architecture and building and all that this stuff they did some 400 or 500 years ago is pretty cool. We made our way to Mula. Mula is a pretty historic town. It's kind of cool. A lot of people like it. I don't know. It's all right. I just probably need to explore it a little more, but it's historical. And it's pretty cool. We stayed at this Hotel Teresa, and it was all right. It's probably the least expensive hotel we stayed at. But it was 40 bucks, 39 I think, something like that. It was alright. The parking wasn't as secure as I prefer, but we didn't have any trouble. Day 4 of the Baja trip. We're in Mula, spent the night here. I forget the name of the hotel, but it was okay. I think we paid like 35, 40 bucks. It works, but I think we're making a Cabo push. Should be, we'll probably get close if not Cabo, but we're trying to do Cabo today. He's only got 9 days, so if we make it to Cabo today, that would be 4 days, and we could be able to take our time heading back, so we're heading on down. We had a nice dinner at this place here. It was fairly decent, and we just started to make our way out. We're southbound, headed for Conception Bay, the spectacular Conception Bay, which is one of the best coastal motorcycle rides. But it was amazing to see how many RVs were there. Like, there's a lot of people parked up on this thing and got their RVs. And you know, if you're pulling an RV like this, that's more than 10 days down there, right? These people are spending some serious time down there and camping right there on Conception Bay. Pretty spectacular. A lot of people had the same idea. All right, shall we? Yep. But this ride is just phenomenal. You know, I don't know how far it is. It's from Mula all the way down to Loreto. Just spectacular coastline ride. It's a nice motorcycle ride, but it's very scenic with the Sea of Cortez right there on one side and mountains on the other. It's just like beach and mountains. It just, to me, it doesn't get any better. It's like my favorite. And what was the weather here? We're like mid 60s, close to 70s, so it's not bad for January in Baja. Just endless coastal views that just keep going and going and going. Spectacular. More checkpoints, and these guys, they don't care. They're having a good time. Hola, amigos.
Adelante. Hola, hola. 1, 2, 3.
No habla español.
I don't know.
Las Vegas, Cabo.
Cabo.
Sí.
Bien.
Muchas gracias.
Vale.
Muchas gracias. But as we start pressing further and further, we get down past Loreto, we get into Cabo. We see the Pacific Ocean there on the right, but just riding through Cabo. Dan's main objective for this trip was to go to Cabo Wabo, Sammy Hagar's bar, and have dinner and watch a band. And so we got a hotel room that was very close, walking distance to Cabo Wabo, and this was probably the nicest hotel we stayed in. The inside was spectacular. It's like resort type. There was a really good band in Sam's Cabo Wabo place. They were very entertaining. We had a lot of fun at Cabo Wabo just because of the people that were in there. The band was very entertaining. They were playing good music and it was really good. We had a lot of fun because of the people entertainment.